Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chapel Hill for our North Carolina versus Richmond Tar Heel game day. Alan, what's going on, brother?
What's up, buddy? It's been a morning.
Dude, you seem a little tired, dude.
A little congested, but it's been a morning.
Well, dude,
It's
just
been a morning.
RKO that sickness, bro. I noticed the shirt. We've been talking about the shirt behind the scenes over
Oh,
here,
you said I completely forgot about the shirt when we had Jeff on the other night. So I was like,
dude.
you know what? I'm gonna wear it for Jeff today.
Well, Jeff is here and he is excited. So joining us now is a guy that we just interviewed the other night. Had a great story. If you guys haven't seen that, be sure and go check it out. Currently, there was an issue with the YouTube link. And so YouTube's not up currently right now. But Twitter and Facebook, you can go back and rewatch his interview. Jeff Blackwood is here with us live. He's putting the headset on, and Alan,
YouTube can't handle the greatness of Jeff Blackwood. That's why it can't go up on YouTube.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he
Nah,
they
that
definitely
just- Go,
cannot.
Jeff.
Dude, how you doing, buddy?
I saw that. I said, he said you had it on, and I said I finally got the notification this week. My shipping was delayed. I think mine's supposed to ship out the 16th or something. So it's like 3
That's
days.
awesome.
So
I tell you what, I'm tired of seeing my boy lose. I know that's for sure.
I didn't watch last night because I was doing other stuff, but I was just talking about it. I did catch on Twitter that he lost to Drew, and I'm like, come on now. He needs one more run. We were just talking about that too. Also,
Absolutely.
he needs one more run. They need to put the belt on him one more time as a heel.
Yeah,
because
that'll
as
be
a heel,
fine.
he's one of the best in the business. So
Just let him start punting people in the head, dude.
that's what we were talking about too. They keep stopping the punt.
Yeah, and that gets on my nerves
That's
because
terrible.
man, like we were talking about, like 09 Orton was the GOAT Orton. That's just when he went crazy and did his run. So
Yep.
give me Orton one more time here. But dude, we're in your
Yeah.
tailgate spot. You talked about this the other night, and the tailgate's over here. Alan, I am at a Jeff Blackwood tailgate over here.
We're the only ones here right now because we're the early people.
Dude, yeah, absolutely.
We were here a couple minutes after 7. The goal was 7, and I overslept. So
What's in
I
that?
was
What's in
I was
the koozie?
I was up and out of the house in 15 minutes. Yeah, I woke up at 6:13. I was at the house I was out of the house at 6:30, so 17 minutes. Had to pick up my buddy in Hillsboro, and then take the
Yeah.
straight shot down 86 here. So
He's hanging out with us currently.
he's
right
back.
now.
Yeah,
He's taking pictures of us.
Nah, he's
currently
taking pictures.
now.
That's not cool.
No, we got a great setup out here, dude. It is awesome. We got the main highway right here behind us, dude. Everybody flooding into Franklin Street.
Yep.
And just getting ready for a great game today, guys. But
should be.
man, I'm looking forward to it because this is a game North Carolina needs to go show some stuff. You know, they need to go. Show who they are and continue to be.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I saw it starting to strangle you, and I
Appreciate that,
realized
man.
the cord was behind the laptop. I'm like, oh, geez, trying to rip away his headphones here. But Jeff, tell me what your thoughts coming into this game against FCS opponent Richmond.
Well, I was telling you earlier off the air. I just finally realized, other than catching clips of the scouting report stuff in the preview, I realized I really didn't know much about them. So I started looking at stuff last night, trying to see what was going on, and it looks like they have they've got some question marks and stuff like that. They've definitely got some strengths. From what I'm hearing about the quarterback, he kind of scares me.
Yeah, big dude.
A good bit. He scares me a good bit from what I've heard. But that's we were talking about it the other night. This is we're looking for improvement this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're looking to build on the last outing and see what we've done, what we can do. So it's an FCS opponent. You can never take them lightly.
Absolutely.
We've seen that before. We've had our problems with FCS folk before.
Hey, Alan was here last year. It was 10-10 ball game going into the fourth quarter against NC Central.
I mean, another one of the really bad ones. How many years ago we lost to Furman here or something? We lost to Furman in Chapel Hill. So we've had our problems with FCS stuff. You can't take them. You can't underestimate them, take them too lightly. I just again, it's seeing the building of more practice.
Right.
And just continuing to work at it, get better. Would we like to blow them out? I think the line's 20. I think the line is 22. I don't bet.
21 and a
Is
half
it-
current, or at
I'm
least
not
the last I looked at it.
I'm not a betting guy. Even with betting legal in North Carolina, I've never placed a bet on anything.
Amen, brother,
but
I'm
I
with
do
you.
watch the lines. I do see where the lines go and see where the spread is, just to kind of get a gauge. So it's just
22 and a half.
2.5
So
now.
it's grown. It's grown by a point.
So, well,
Wow. 22 and a half point
Yeah.
favorites for North Carolina. That's a pretty good line there.
Bro,
Carolina's-
you know how
I think
how tempting it is.
everybody wants to. I think the thing everybody wants to see, is maybe the offensive playbook open up a little bit.
Absolutely, brother. I'm with you. I am 100% with you.
I think that's the
Freaking
thing I want to see most. And there's been speculation. Is it this? Are we holding stuff back?
that thought has crept more in my head over the last few days.
I talked to people. I've talked to people over the last week or so that, I talked the other day about, I'm not a big X and O guy. I can't break down stuff, but I have friends that
Right.
that really know. And I've talked to them, and they've told me that, they had actually seen some practices before the season, and then watching the game, especially watching the game the other night or last week, they still get the feeling that we're trying to see real time who can contribute and who can't.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, this early in the season, that stands to reason. But I think it's really kind of obvious. And I think that might be why the calling, I hope that's why the playbook is what it is right now on the field.
No, I think you make a great point. And Alan, I'll get your thoughts on this as well. But AJ from Tar Heel 24/7, which is now, I think, called the Heel Report. They just rebranded once more. He's been asking about that consistently over the last number of weeks, ever since we got into before the TCU game, especially after the TCU game, and even into this week, if they're still evaluating. Alan, what are you seeing on that front? If you are, and obviously we're not coaches or scouts or anything of that nature, but you can kind of see on the field who is contributing and who isn't. Outside of obviously a guy like Jordan Shipp, who do you see being a big contributor for North Carolina on the offensive side of the ball?
Well, with
currently.
what'd you say?
I have a rule. I have a rule. My buddy is a betting guy, and I'm like, just whatever you do, don't ever bet on Carolina. Just please don't. That's bad juju.
No.
That's bad juju, man. Don't ever do that.
The money line is plus 1,200 for Richmond. That's ridiculous.
I don't even know what that means. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not a betting guy. I have no idea what that means.
The little that I know, that seems fairly close.
No. That is you can win a lot of money if Richmond wins. A lot of money if Richmond wins.
And North Carolina's offensively.
For North Carolina.
Yes.
Well, the Chris Culver injury hurts. Kobe Paysauer is a guy you would hope can step up. He's a veteran. You're going to have to see the young guys do it. Probably some Alex Taylor. You're gonna need to see more from him. You know what you got in Jordan Shipp. Jordan's not a burner. He's at 10-yard inside post route. He's a possession guy. He can go up, get it, and hold on to it.
Right.
They should probably throw the ball to him more, especially on the third and mediums. And the running back room, I want to see more Damon June.
Yes, I love that guy.
I need more juju for sure. After last week, I need to see if Juju can do more of that for sure.
He hits the hole really hard. You go back and watch some of the tape. Gio really got on him because the play before he didn't take the ball the right way, and then the play right after it, he was lined up on the wrong side of Gio. So Gio was like on the field giving it to him.
Still learning, yeah.
So that's but in a Bill Belichick run team, it's fundamentals, and if you don't know the plays, then you can't be on the field.
Right.
So I'm still saying, give me Davion Goss. I think Goss is probably the best overall talent in the running back room. Coming into the season, I thought a healthy Caleb Hood was going to be that guy, and he might still be that guy. We're just not seeing enough of him.
I think everybody has
And-
wanted to see that. People that I mean, people have been around. You wanted to see Caleb succeed, right?
Yeah. Caleb's a likable guy too.
Sure is.
Great,
Yeah,
likable
I
guy,
mean,
great leader.
He's come in, he's come in healthy. He survived fall camp healthy. Lost a bunch of, well, I won't say a bunch of weight, but lost lost good weight and put on good weight. And then Benjamin Hall, you haven't really seen much from him.
I was gonna say, I don't know what to expect, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was getting a lot of praise coming out of camp too. He was like, they were saying like, oh, he could be like the best overall talent that you have at running back this year, and it just hasn't materialized
look
yet.
at the program he came from, and so
that is a run first team,
and that's what you say. I mean, that's the hope there. It's like, all right,
Michigan guy.
Well, it's Buddy and I talk all the time. Back in the day when you used to get a transfer, and we had a few, several years ago, we get a guy like Joe Daly at quarterback out of Nebraska and Barrington Edwards at running back out of LSU, and you were excited because they were big names. But at back then, it was like they transferred because they were.
That's true.
And you're like, now it's a different story. Now guys transfer, and now when guys transfer, 9 times out of 10, it's just really good guys, and they're just looking for opportunity.
Yeah, think about it. In today's world with social media and everything, you can go anywhere in the country, and somebody's going to find you.
Mm-hmm.
Like Elijah Huzzy, East Tennessee State, Cam Ward, Incarnate Word, Jared Verst, Albany.
Incarnate Word still. Every time somebody, I don't know why that name, the school name just trips.
It's funny.
Me out.
It's an interesting, very, very, very.
It just trips me out but yeah, you're right. No, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different world now. So, yeah, it's.
You just pray for an opportunity to be able to go out on the field and show what you can do, and get that opportunity to go up to the next level. And a lot of guys are going to these. Look at Tez Walker, Kent State, went to Kent, and he wasn't even originally at Kent. He transferred to Kent, and then it was I can't remember it was like an FCS level college that he originally went to. Came from there because they shut down their entire program during the COVID time, which is where we got into the issue where he was ineligible for up until Syracuse of that season. It was like 4 games in. But he went there, and now that dude's playing for the Baltimore Ravens right now and playing well. Kamen Rucker, a guy undersized, a lot of teams passed up on, and North Carolina brought him in, and he is currently playing for the Baltimore Ravens, as we talk about right now. The Ravens don't know my guys. Where's my Rams? I think he's practice squad. Yeah, I think he's currently practice squad.
Either way, yeah.
Still,
dude's talented.
Right.
Talented as heck.
But I see that, but I want to flip onto the defensive side now. Or here, who do you think outside of offensively? Go ahead.
I was gonna say when you were talking about that, I had that guy in my head. Javarius Green, number 9.
Yes,
number
Vari.
9.
I love Vari.
I really, really like the glimpses and flashes I've seen from him.
Looks like a deep threat, possibly.
Yeah, I would like to definitely see him get more involved. I think there's something there.
His parents, when we went to the Boston game up there for Fenway, his parents stopped us in the middle of like the sidewalk after the game as we were hopping in an Uber. And I'm like, because we walked up and people were just pointing at us and we're like, and then like, hey, we're Vari Green's parents. What'd you think of the game? I'm like, how do I respond to this? Because the game went horribly. I'm like,
The game was terrible.
Your son did great.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Vari Green. Isaiah Johnson, even though he had the drop last week, I think could potentially be a factor. And Jason Robinson, who came over from
that one?
Washington as well, could potentially end up being somebody. I think within the next year or so, he could be more of a potential threat there. But defensively, Jeff, I'll let you lead off on this. Who are the guys that are sticking out to you defensively that you think, okay, these are guys are key contributors moving forward throughout this season?
Not having broken it down, like I said, because I think for me, it's the guys that I think everybody's kind of calling out.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thad Dixon.
Absolutely, my favorite guy. I love that.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's been said, it's been talked about a bunch, but if you've got a guy that can kind of take one side of the field away,
mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's really, I mean, he hadn't been gone at much. I mean, I don't know, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I mean, I think I saw, I mean, especially against TCU, they only went at him a couple times.
Twice.
Yeah.
The entire game.
Yeah.
And then I think they went at him another time. So he has probably either at 5 or less than 5 targets all season.
Yeah.
And obviously that's 2 games, but still.
It says something.
Yes, absolutely. Especially a guy like Josh Hoover who can
4.
spin the ball.
Oh,
Hoover's a legit QB.
I'd heard about him and I'd seen the stuff. I'd heard people talk about him from the TCU side of things leading up to it, and I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. I don't make me eat crow. Dude is legit. He's a heck of a player. Like I said, Thad, and that's, I'm glad we have that because the other side of the field is where we're trying to get something solidified there.
Right. And we're hoping to see Marcus step up in this.
That's what I'm thinking. Marcus is not, I truly believe Marcus is not what he's shown so far. Especially the TCU game. Everybody has a bad game.
Right.
You have a throw the tape away game and just, forget about it. Simpson has stood out.
I love that dude. And his
Yeah.
name is Andrew.
Andrew.
I have to do that because I keep calling him Curtis Simpson, a former defensive lineman that transferred to Charlotte. So we got to see him, but I keep calling him Curtis Simpson. I have to remind myself his name is Andrew, Nathan.
It's actually even that in my head, and I also for some reason will start thinking Trenton, which was like we lost him. He's
Boy,
now he's in the league, and
So
but yeah, and Andrew is another one of the guys that's, I think, and again, portal guy, right?
Yeah.
Which is so important
from Boise.
now. Yeah, from Boise, so important now. I think he's kind of stood out. And I know I also want to see, one thing I want to see though is I want to see the D-line.
Bryson, I need that
pressure. I want to see us get some pressure. That's
right.
That's key. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know who's the guy. That's my thing. This is where my naivete comes in. I'm not sure who that guy is, really, who it should be or who it could be. Right. But we need to see that.
One guy that I thought that really started to step out last week on the D line toward the back half of the game, number 6, Dontae Robinson, the transfer from Florida. He really big body dude. He can be nasty. And him and CJ Mims are going to have to get after it from the East Carolina transfer. They're going to have to get after it there. And also coming off the edge, a guy like Kamori House, number 7, the linebacker, is a linebacker edge guy. He's fast. He's lightning quick, dude. There was a snap that was actually over Connor Harrell's head, but thankfully he had the running back standing next to him. Well, by the time the ball was snapped, by the time it got to him, Kamori House was basically within arm's distance of him. So if he would have caught it, he was going to get lit up. But, unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. But a guy I'm definitely watching for is Kamori House and Mekhi Bear, number 4. Love that dude.
I've seen his name a bunch too, yeah.
Yes.
Him and House both.
He's been doing some nasty work there. Alan, what do you think on the defensive side?
Yeah, man, y'all really you sucked all the information up or put it all out like a sponge, son.
I don't know, is there a dime? Is there like a under the radar guy though? You think maybe has the potential?
Yeah.
You gave me the chicken leg with, there ain't much meat left on that bone, son. Let's see. You need to see, and this is where it hurts. You need to see more from your edges. Melcart, you thought Melcart was going to come in and be a guy that could really get after the quarterback. Price Yates, unfortunately, he's injured, and there's Bill Belichick said there's no timetable for his return.
I was going to ask about. I missed that whole update, and I've been wondering about where he's
concussion from what we've heard, but something's lingering.
I don't think there was an update. It was come TCU, he wasn't even on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
And then
concussion.
From what we've heard, it's been. I think Joey Powell from IC mentioned. He asked the question to Bill this past week, and he said, "Hey, what's the update on the concussion protocol?" And Bill said, "Hey, he's working hard. He's just not ready yet." And there's just basically it.
Concussions come in all shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm. And he has had issues with that when he was at UConn.
As somebody that has probably had 5 or 6 in my life come in different shapes and sizes. My daughter's volleyball team. We got like players that have gone 3 different players that have gone through concussions this year.
Oh wow, dadgums in volleyball.
Yeah,
y'all playing some good stuff.
Different stuff though, like different stuff. Not all volleyball related. Not all volleyball related. Just like life. Like one was in a car accident or something.
Oh dear Jesus. Okay.
So, but
I was just thinking they took a volleyball to the forehead.
You get some people back. Well, we did have somebody last year run into a wall chasing a ball, and it was. A lot of high school gyms were off topic. A lot of high school gyms have the padding.
Yeah.
She went and hit the wall just off the padding, and missed the whole back half of the season.
That's crazy, dude.
But yeah.
Oh
anyway,
man,
I didn't realize it was concussion. I hadn't followed that. I hadn't checked up on it.
Yeah, that is going to be something. Special teams. I want to continue to see Tom McGinnis. Last weekend against Charlotte, he looked pretty daggum good. And this is the best Tom McGinnis has looked at North Carolina. Now, the week before that, he looked god-awful. So are we going to even out this week, or are we going to revert?
Is it somewhere in the middle?
Is it somewhere in the middle?
Right. I think
field position matters, and it definitely mattered last weekend.
I think he's more towards the good side of that.
Yeah.
On a week in, week out basis.
Yeah.
On a week in and week out basis. I really think he's more towards the good than we saw TCU personally.
I'm really hoping so, dude. For sure.
Yes. I'm not, not a kicker. Don't. Yeah. But
his hang time has improved.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing is your hang time.
You got to get the guys a chance to get down there, right?
That's right.
You got to give you guys a chance to get down there. He's still averaging around that 41, 42 yard punt. It's just the hang time has improved. Last year, the hang time wasn't that great. It was a 40, 42 yard line drive, and your guys wasn't getting time to get down there. And plus you had, you was getting them blocked. Richmond has a left-footed Australian punter. So
I'll see.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go, Jeff.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So hopefully don't turn into the battle of the Australian punters. One thing Richmond does not have is a place kicker.
Really?
Nice.
I was reading during the spring so they got a place kicker. They got a guy from Ireland. Essentially, told him how to, taught him to kick the football, and missed one field goal. Only missed like one field goal last season.
Wow.
Well, in the spring, wasn't in the transfer portal. In the spring, Maryland comes along and says, "Hey, come to Maryland." They gave him $50,000. He told Richmond, "See you later."
Wow. Oh man.
Wow. In the spring, wasn't even in the transfer portal. And then got in the transfer portal.
That's a whole
went to
nother.
Maryland.
See, that's tampering. They got to do. I mean, that's
so
dirty,
And
anyway.
especially with that being public, did they ever get like fined for
That's
that?
dirty. That's dirty.
I'm not
The-
sure.
the-
I'd
the
have to go
North
back
Carolina?
and read the article again.
That's dirty, man.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
believe
tough.
so because you probably would have heard about it.
Yeah.
You know, think about how that we'd be if that was us. You know,
Yeah. And, I mean, people came after like Cedric Gray and Amarian Hampton, and they're like, hey, remember Drake? Oh yeah, Drake, of course. You know,
they were after him.
and for those guys to be able to stay, and all that told Mac, be like, hey Mac, this is what's going on, bro. You know, there's not. I will say one thing about a lot of these North Carolina players. There are a lot of guys here that have been very upfront and honest. In today's world, you see a lot of these. Will Hardy, you see a ton of guys that are just like, hey, just give me the money and let me run. And North Carolina's, by and large, really avoided that. And I would like to see if that can continue under this regime, especially with it being a little bit less of a personality-driven regime. You know, Mac, he's all about personality. Let me, shake hands and kiss babies. Or how'd you say it, Alan? Shake babies and kiss hands. Is that what you said last time?
You got to shake the babies and kiss the hands.
So doing that whole deal, that's obviously not going to happen with Bill. He well, I don't know. Maybe Jordan softened him up a little bit, but
Jesus,
I hope that keeps up with. Oh, you didn't know that she's the new head coach, man? She opened the door for the guys at Charlotte.
Yeah,
so
I saw it, dude. She was holding the door to the locker room.
The worst thing I've ever
How
seen.
dare her?
I mean, the doors had door stoppers on them, right? I mean, didn't they really have door stoppers under them? And I don't know. That's some of the media. The media, so much. The folks praying for our downfall are pulling anything they can, and it's just it's sad.
You saw Feinbaum. He's like sitting in a corner scratching. Like, I gotta get Belichick. I gotta do it. He got just like that about him. Like he brought him up the other day just to bring him up. Like, dude, shut up. Just talk about the SEC and how bad your Bama team is, and just go on about your day.
Everybody that hates Bill Belichick now hates UNC.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I mean, and there were a slew of people that hated Belichick in the NFL that have no idea what college is now. But yeah, now we've got it right.
Bill asked her to hold the door. Tory, their story. Oh man. So let's talk about this. The
1/3 parts of the Tar Heel.
Yes, you guys haven't
in the chat, yet. Baby.
Yeah, you guys haven't, and unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see it today. I was telling Alan earlier, and I told Jeff a little bit. Jeff's interview, for some reason, you just would not upload. Same thing with Tori's video, wouldn't upload. So I'm going to re-upload everything for tomorrow. That
Too
way
good for YouTube.
Yeah, no, dude. Just
the internet is not ready for Jeff. I'm telling you, it's just not ready.
It might be a good thing, but that's all right.
And Tori here, the 1/3 parts, bro.
In fairness, and I mentioned this the other day that I didn't think I would actually probably listen to but a piece of my interview, and I started it. I was doing stuff, and started it probably 15 minutes in, but I did listen to the whole rest of it. So, and it wasn't.
There you go, Jeff.
My voice wasn't as bad as I was. I rambled a little bit and stumbled some words and repeated myself a lot, but yeah, that's kind of me.
Dude,
so.
I mean, have you listened to our shows?
Huh?
I mean, I can't speak half the time.
Dude, you should see a live show. If I'm not
doing
it with him,
don't do it.
You should see the texts that come through. Nathan, hurry up! Oh my God, I can't do this.
I've heard y'all talk about. I've actually heard y'all were talking about that the other week. Actually,
there was one show. I forget what this was. I was across town and I had to get back to my house, but the show was going to start before I got there. So I was like, "Hey, Alan, go on."
Jesus Christ, do we?
And oh no, dude, because this is live. He can go rewatch this. He texts me and says, "Dude, I can't do this. I can't. You got to come save me." And I turn on the live show, and it's the screen, and I see this camera right here, but he's nowhere to be found. The microphone is there, the seat is there, the microphone's like he's just left. He got up and left.
Bro, I panicked. I panicked.
I mean, hey,
I'm not gonna lie. 15. It went. I was live for like 2 minutes, and then it said 15 people was watching. I was like, and I done said I done processed in my brain what I had to say, and I had nothing
else to go on.
See, and I tell
you could have got there and done a song and dance or something. I mean, nothing.
I tell everybody this. Nathan is the play-by-play guy. I am the color guy. He does the talking. I interject when I have something to say. If I don't have nothing to say, we have problems if I'm by myself.
It's like the dude. It's like the dude from Major League, Bob Euchre's guy. Dynamite drop in money. Yeah. It says like 3 words.
Oh my gosh, dude. I absolutely love it, bro.
So
I'm with you.
yeah,
I'm not.
so-
If
Fact,
you
Alan Thisor.
Corey
no,
agrees.
if you know me, if anybody,
2/3 parts.
if anybody really knows me, they would not believe that I'm actually sitting here doing this.
I'm surprised, dude,
'Cause this is
seems
not-
like it's coming naturally to you.
This
bro.
is not me. I mean, I'm not.
Well, you're doing a great job.
It's not
Yeah.
me. The interview, I was reluctant because I'm like, I don't know how it's going to come across. I really don't like to talk to people. I'm probably coming out of my shell a little more as I get older.
Hey,
you know.
more than welcome to come
Yeah,
back,
so-
brother. I mean, all the time,
Anyway,
dude.
it's
Oh,
fine.
like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You this from just as a guy who's really just started talking to you over the last little bit. This seemingly has come very
Well,
naturally to you, for real though.
It forces me to pay. It actually drives me now. Now I'm going to be like, all right, well, in the past, I've never really cared about our opponent and, what they do because, it's what we do. So just
Right.
do our thing, play our game. I don't care what they do. Forget it. But now it actually has me a little interested in going, all right, well, there is something to what the other team can and can't do. So
Yeah.
maybe I should pay attention to that.
See, I became a junkie for just like wanting to scout the other team. Like I wanted to know what can I expect, which is where like scouting report comes through.
Yeah.
That's where we like on our previous predictions, we try to give viewers a feel for what, and we can't give them exact. That's why we started bringing on people like in the scouting report, people that know the team that can actually do their thing. He'll be right back with us. But
Hey, ask him what's in the koozie.
Keystone. He asked what's in the koozie.
It's not normal. This is the first time I've done this.
First time ever on the
It's
Keystone.
normally Busch Light.
It's normally Busch Light.
Oh,
so-
I was about, yeah, that's what they all say. I don't normally do this, but I'm doing it today.
But yeah. So we enjoy doing that kind of thing, which is why, like, Richmond. I'm looking up, like, I've got Richmond's game notes literally friggin' right here, 33 pages of stuff that they put together on this matchup.
Getting this train back on the rails. You hit on it in the preview, and doing some more research. Richmond's offensive line has a lot of new faces, and not new faces, but two players on the offensive line got their first starts this season.
Yep.
And then some of their other guys, never really got a chance, didn't have chances to play because they had other guys in that position. Then some people was in a position and has moved and switched to other places.
He's gonna hit camera.
We're good. We're
So
good.
I think
Sorry.
I think North Carolina really has an opportunity to set the tone. North Carolina really has the opportunity to set the tone in the trenches on the defensive side. And with the lack of a kicking game, a scoring kicking game, a place kicking game for Richmond, I mean, if North Carolina can keep Richmond, outside of the 30, Richmond might not have the ability, have enough to score anyway.
Right.
If they're on the positive side of the field and it's like a 4th and 2, 4th and 1, I think you'll see Richmond.
They're going to go for it
a
all
lot,
day.
especially early. If North Carolina doesn't come out and take a big 14, 20 point lead early in the second quarter,
Right.
I think early in that game, Richmond, you'll see Richmond take some chances on the plus side of the field just because they don't have that reliable place kicker, and you got a 6'4" quarterback that likes to truck people.
Yeah, another thing that you can add in there as well is they got some penalty issues. So they're a young team right now. In their first game, they got flagged 7 times for 79 yards, including 2 PI calls. That was against Lehigh. Against Wofford, they got flagged 9 times for 97 yards.
What did we have? Did we have 55 last year? Or last season, year? I don't know.
Penalty calls?
What did we have? 55 yards last week, maybe? Am I remembering right?
I can tell you exactly right now. Where is my box
There it
score?
goes. It's down there.
Oh, is it down here? There we go.
55 yards. Woo!
5 penalties
Yeah.
for 55 yards, and Charlotte had 5 for 43.
Okay.
So, and a couple of them were some drive killers, like the face mask by Trey Green and things of that nature. And there was another face mask by somebody. I can't remember exactly who it was. May have been Aiden Banfield. I can't remember exactly. So, if they're having some issues like that on a penalty basis, and they're having issues with their kicking game, then Carolina has a chance really right now to be able to get some rhythm offensively, because they're going to be able to have multiple drives here. So I like what Alan's talking about here. On the plus side of the field, if they can get to that side of the field and it's like a 4th and 3 or a 4th and 4, they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Yeah, and if they do that, they start out by trying that, and then we consistently stymie them, then that changes game plan for sure.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be key. Key hopefully is knowing that that's probably what they're going to do.
Right.
And then our guys just tightening the chin strap and just going after it.
Yeah, dude, and that's the thing, man. I want to see Carolina get after it on the defensive line. Carlton Van Noy says UNC needs to actually find a college level passing game. Well, he's not wrong.
No,
he's not wrong.
And we've talked about that with the play calling. I think my hope is that we've just kind of been holding stuff back, trying to figure out what works on a more basic level, and then we maybe open it up as we go further.
Yeah,
that's our hope. I think that's our only shot.
Yeah,
once we get into the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
this is honest.
Yeah, especially getting.
This is your last
easy game.
Warm up.
Yeah. Next week, well, UCF is having some issues. Matter of fact, thoughts and prayers go out to a position coach over at UCF. He got hospitalized.
For sure.
He was having some type of medical. I don't know exactly what the details are. Not my place, but thoughts and prayers go out to him and that whole organization. I remember we had something like that last year with Randy Clements, who had some issues early on, was able to come back. As a matter of fact, he's on that TCU coaching staff.
Saw that.
That lit us up pretty good. Do you really think UNC is good enough to hold back versus anyone?
No.
Well, I think they're in a fill out state. You mentioned it earlier, filling out.
Yeah, we can. I guess we can kind of quibble over the wording or whatever. But if you were listening earlier, what I said is I feel like we're still trying to figure out who can contribute and who can't.
Right.
And that's there. I heard somebody. I don't know where I heard it, so forgive me for not citing source or something. But I heard that somebody say that these first few games that Coach Belichick was treating them as a NFL type preseason, and that's, again, I've talked to people that had been to practice before the season started,
right,
and said they felt like that we're trying to figure out who can contribute. And they were looking at especially the game against Charlotte, and still felt that was the case.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Mm-hmm. You can honestly see it, because there's something to be said about aggression, and I never felt outside. And like these first drives, that's when you see the aggression from North Carolina. And when North Carolina is aggressive, think about that last drive before halftime. Think about the first drive coming out of the game.
First drive, both games.
Right. Both games they're doing that. And then you get to the drive right before halftime to put us up 17-3 going into half. That is the kind of offense that Carolina's dangerous when they're doing that. And the willingness to go away from it. We're used to seeing an aggressive offense all the time, because, think Phil Longo. He's a guy that wants to go through every big pass. Air raid. That's what we do. Yeah. And I don't think Belichick wants to ultimately do that, but he wants to be able to have the ability to go out there on a drive and be able to do that. But he wants to be a more balanced offense, is why I think he's trying to run the running game so much and these screens. That way, you're kind of trying to keep your defense honest. But I'm not I'm not the biggest fan of personnel groupings. When you're having so many daggum offensive linemen out there at your tight end positions, and you're basically saying, hey, we're going to power run inside zone here. You're telling the world what you're going to do. And Carolina right now currently isn't good enough to do that.
Yeah.
Now it could be a consistency issue thing. We'll see. Little go days. Good old days.
That's true. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, even the Longo days. I mean, people had some head scratchers with Longo on some of his play calls, but you could never question how many points we put up on people.
That is true.
But the talent level with a Drake and a Sam.
Yeah, I don't think Belichick is a run the score kind of guy.
He's not a style points guy, and I've heard that said. I heard somebody say that. I heard that again somewhere. I heard somebody say that in the last couple of weeks that, hey, Coach Belichick's just not a style points guy. He's, no nonsense, get it done. And, I mean, and somebody was saying, talking about researching guys a little better, maybe, I think, comment before we get out NIL money. We look and see what they do. I mean, you look at Gio. I mean, for the tape we had, it was solid tape, right?
Yeah, I liked it.
Nobody truly knows what somebody is going to do
when
you step up competition level to a Power 4 in that case. And, people are throwing money at people like crazy these days. It doesn't mean it's one of those situations that, think about it and say, okay, well, we don't throw the money at this person and we lose out on them and they go someplace else and they blow it up where they are and just wreck shop. And you're like, daggone it. We didn't give them that money. We should. I mean, it's NIL has forced us in such a NIL and the transfer portal have forced college sports into something that's just
crazy.
Nothing like we've seen. And you're gonna hit some, you're gonna miss some.
That's why I think Alan brought up something last. I think maybe during Sunday Tar Heel. I think you brought this up. Style points. How about just points?
I get it, man. I get it. I mean, none of us are saying we don't want to win. I mean, we want to score. I mean, we're also trying to rationalize things a little bit too, right?
Right. And Belichick's a guy of I want to go win the football game. Yeah. And he's done a good job of being able to do just.
Well, I think the Charlotte game was a perfect example of that.
Right. Was Gia really over that guy in the portal, though? Duke's QB, yes. Miami. I'm not even going to say Duke's quarterback yet. We're going to see about him. Last time we saw him, he threw 4 picks in a game against a good defense, but he kind of shrunk to the competition. But I want to go to something that Alan
CJ Bailey. That was a quarterback that North Carolina could have used. Castellanos.
Think about it. No, quarterback. I'm not ready to say that yet. Not Castellanos yet.
I will say this
at BC.
When Duke got Mensa last year, I was, dude can play. I mean, I don't know if we offered him. I mean, I have no idea.
I think we did.
I don't know what we offered him, if we offered him more than Duke. But if we want to be honest about it, if Duke wants to start throwing out money for football, I mean, they got the resource. I mean, they can throw out whatever the heck they want to if they really want to be serious about it.
I think they're trying to,
I think they are.
Yeah, they're definitely, especially like last year, bringing in Murphy, the quarterback they had last year, and then bringing in Mensa early this year. They really got after it. But
I really wanted Mensa. I mean, I really wanted him coming out of the portal. So
yeah, and Alan brought up something last week that when it comes to paying Gio, is the reason that Gio is still the QB is because you paid him versus Max, who looks good in the back half of TCU.
Yeah.
And that's a conversation that personally I don't really agree with myself. Gio is a guy that has shown some ability. I don't think he's been able to show his full ability yet. Max is better at some different things. Or at certain things, I put it that way, than Gio. But Max is also, 5-year guy, played in the SEC for 4 years. Unfortunately, got hurt last year, but this is his 6th season being in a college program.
Well, this is how I heard it explained.
Okay.
The floor with Max is higher than the floor with Gio. Gio's floor is lower than Max's floor because Max has been here, done that. But what seems to be the case is the ceiling with Gio is higher than the ceiling with Max.
I could see that.
Yeah, and I can, and you know, the comment here that Max uses all of his weapons. You know, I don't know what the play calls are. I don't know what they're, you know,
The reads. Yeah.
I don't know what the reads are. I don't know what the play. I don't know the play call is. First of all, you know, Max. I would, if I had to speculate, I would think Max is reading. He's progressing through reads a little more.
Yeah.
He's got some experience.
Yeah.
He's mobility challenged. Not no fault of his own, obviously, but I mean,
he had some wheels last year, and then unfortunately,
after that catastrophic injury he had, that it's just amazing he's playing again.
Yeah. Does he still have the level of wheels that he did? You know, that's the big question, and that's something you don't really want to find out in real time, because you don't want to get that guy hurt again. And
no. I mean, I mean, you know, they're valid people. The issues people are bringing up with them are valid issues. As far as, you know, the differences and things like that. But
right. I guess the thing I hold reservation on is the seemingly, like, all of a sudden, since the team doesn't look as great as we want it to, that, hey, we got to change everything right now. Especially with us being a brand new team, I'm not ready to do that quite yet. I want to see us get through this today, and then next week.
That's my thing.
And then if the team is progressing, which I expect and hope for that they will progress over today and next week, when you go up against Clemson, that's going to be your biggest test all season, is Clemson. How do you look against that team? If it's a competitive game, then hey, maybe we just need to continue rolling on what we're doing. We're doing something right. Like, we are progressing like we hope to be.
Right.
And by Clemson, you know, we've talked about this. You should kind of know who you are by that time.
Yeah,
you should have a good idea, have a grasp.
I think, I mean, I think the idea of seeing who can contribute and who can't in real game time should be there by now, you know.
Right.
And, you know, for better or worse, it'll be what we are.
Right.
And I'm still going to be the positive guy that says, you know, we might not win, but, you know, keep running it out there and keep trying. I mean, you know, again, these guys want to win more than we could ever imagine or ever hope to want to do. So,
and I'll say one thing: for 9:18 in the morning, we got frats down the street already doing chants. And then to my right, we got a TV getting set up with some chairs. They're getting ready to have a good time out here, brother. This is a pretty happening little spot you got here for only 9 o'clock in the morning.
I told you, it's actually tame. I mean, you catch them sometimes. I was telling Nathan off the air, there's a house right behind us that has railings, and has railings all out the door and down the side of both sides of the house. And
that is awesome.
There was a couple of years ago, they had apparently gone hard the night before, and we got here, and Buddy and I are usually here, you know, anywhere from 6 to 8, depending on what game time is. And there were solo cups and beer cans just lined up on the railings on both sides of the house. It was awesome.
That is great. These are not.
They're actually quiet. They're actually quieter than they've been in years past. And we do have the fire station back behind us back there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We got the Tar Heel fire truck back there, chilling out, hanging out, having a good time, blowing its horn. We'll get to this question right here, or a comment from Carlton Van Noy. Says UNC supporters bought too deep into the Belichick factor. I think that next year and the year after, for a solid program. And honestly, Carlton, I'm with you. I think a lot of people, national media, of course, but just excluding them, North Carolina fans, and even myself to a degree, really bought into Belichick. And I had someone, I heard somebody put it the other day that you kind of expected Belichick to come in and be like the Patriots of old, and they just keep kind of rolling. But, you know, North Carolina is a team that, this team is a team that's trying to figure out who they are. And they've got a lot of young guys. This is a young team. This is one of the youngest teams that we've saw in North Carolina in quite some time. And, you know, they have to get their game reps. You know, the on the receiving end, the wide receivers. outside of Kobe Paysor, the leading receiver was Jordan Shipp with only 9 receptions. Outside of Kobe Paysor, who's been here for a few years, obviously he's done what he's done. He's done a really good job. But outside of that, that's it. They're young, and even the wide receiver head coach, but the wide receiver position coach talked about that this week. He was like, a lot of this is just trying to get guys integrated, trying to get guys to be able to understand what they need to do with their bodies from game to game, how to, conserve themselves throughout the season, and make sure that they're ready and as fresh as they can possibly be each and every game. Of course, we want to go out there and make big time highlight plays, and you're going to be able to do that, but you also got to be able to understand how to keep that consistently throughout a season. And injuries are a big thing of that. And, Carolina is already seeing the injury bug with Austin Blasky at the center position. So
Christo Kelly.
Christo Kelly as well.
Starts. I mean, yeah.
Bryce Yates. Chris Culliver.
Even before the season. And
I mean,
Chris, yeah. So there's going to be some young guys out here on the field. And to me, I'm glad that a game like today is happening because more of these guys are going to be able to get some game reps. They paid Bill to rebuild the football structure from top to bottom. If they thought he was going to flip a switch, instant win, then whoever hired him should have looked at hard.
But this brings me back.
Well,
to the evaluation thing.
What you were saying, what that comment is saying, is what I think is what I said. Is along the lines of what I was saying the other day when we were talking towards the end of the interview. Is if you're being realistic about it, we all, everybody to a degree probably bought into it's Bill Belichick, he's the greatest of all time, blah, blah, blah.
The excitement of
it. But there is excitement to it, but that, and that's worth something because that starts paying off in the portal guys and the recruiting class for 26 that's coming in. But if you were realistic about it, you knew it was going to take some time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I can't help the folks that truly, truly, truly believed that Belichick was going to come in from day one and run it and run the conference. I can't help you on that.
Right.
It's just not going to happen.
Right.
We want to see the improvement.
Mm-hmm.
We want to get, you give the man a chance that built what he built in New England to build it here.
Mm-hmm. And something sustaining that's even, keeps on after he's gone and no longer with the program.
And that's the key. And that's the other
that's
thing.
The key.
Even there's been a lot of speculation. Is Steve automatically the guy next?
Mm-hmm.
Was there? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Mac came back in a dumpster fire. Larry Fedora did everything that he could possibly do, but it ended in a big time dumpster fire. Mac, I used to always bring it up all the time. You won. What was it? 5 games in 2 years or something of that nature. Yeah. But Mac came in and built it up for Bill.
They brought Mac back to stabilize it.
Right. Mac found some common ground. The floor that Bill's coming into is a lot higher than what Mac came into. And that's where you want to get to, is to a point where when Bill is done, however long he's going to be here, you want him setting the next guy up. Where Mac found got it, and Bill finds it better than Mac did.
It's always and that's the thing. And I've heard it said with other programs. I've heard it said with recruiting classes from other sports. You want to leave it better than you found it.
Correct.
You want to leave it better than you found it, and I think that's goal, obviously.
Yeah.
But again, I would say we're dealing what we're dealing with right now with media and everything else is the fact that because it was Bill Belichick, the expectation unrealistically was top immediately.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's just not. I mean,
yeah,
it makes a great story, and everybody gets to write about the downfall and the shortcomings of Carolina under that. But
in the ideal world, you get that.
If you're being real, we just want to see the progress and the building up of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got just a few minutes right here before we're going to head out. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go kind of roundtable style. Thoughts and opinions, what you want to see coming out of this game today. Alan, I'll let you start off, and then I'll go, and then Jeff, you can end us off.
Thoughts. I just need North Carolina to come out and play with physicality.
Yes.
I think if North Carolina comes out and plays with physicality on both sides of the line, then Richmond has very little chance to score and even be in this game. They're dealing with their two top receivers, one being tight end, one being a wide receiver. They are injured and they are not available. Their tight end, pretty gruesome leg injury. Their best receiver / punt returner, he suffered a knee injury on a punt return. His availability is not there is no availability. So basically what you got backup wide receiver, your two best pass catchers are out. You got a quarterback that obviously likes to run the ball. So their offense is not going to be explosive. You don't have a kicking game that's reliable. So they're going to have to take chances. If North Carolina should be bigger and stronger just because of the difference in the colleges and the recruits. So I think North Carolina should hopefully just come in and handle their business. And just let the defense do their work. Get out there, get some continuity on offense. And just go win this game injury free. I think I want to revise my pick. My score. I'm gonna say 27-0. I don't think if they don't. I don't think they're going to kick the ball.
I was gonna say you don't have them kicking a field goal. From what we've heard,
I don't think they'll kick a field goal.
They'll throw it.
To be honest,
throw in a field goal.
I think this is going to be North Carolina's best shot to get a shutout in a long time.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of vibe off with you a little bit. There you mentioned a lot of good things. For me, I want to see this team come out, be fundamentally sound. I want them to be disciplined, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and tackling really well, because this quarterback is going to be running. He's a big guy. He's 6'4", 260 pounds. He's a big dude. He's huge, but he can run. And I want North Carolina to be able that's Rick Carlton, my brother. I hear you, dog.
Okay,
that is
Carlton. Holy smokes.
Anywho's. I'm gonna move.
Wow.
On. My brother
Mercy.
coming in with a hot take.
Yeah.
There it is, my
Hot
dude. Anyway,
take.
so North Carolina, I want to see them be disciplined on defense and really play with some energy, effort, and confidence. I want to see a North Carolina squad coming out of this game being confident and finding some continuity on offense. And I want to see a running back make their name and give me some June.
Kind of step out and kind of distance themselves above the crowd in the room, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to see the playbook on offense open up. Obviously, I think that's the biggest thing I want to see out of this one. Is I want to see that opened up a little bit, and let's get a little more diversity of offense going, keeping people off balance a little bit more than we have. Again, you said it as far as defense, having some defense that's got some discipline to it.
Yeah.
And working on the angles that we take to some of the plays, the tackling. First game especially, some of the angles we were taking didn't look quite right. But then again, it's real time on the field, and I'm sitting here with a microphone and never played football in my life. So, I want to see that. I want to see the improvement. Like I said, open the playbook on offense, some good, strong discipline on defense, and just really kind of imposing our will. Game in the trenches. Offensive line we've talked about. Offensive line is a little hurting and a little banged up. Let's use this game as I don't know if a get right game is the right way to say it, but a little more of the get right going, and get some confidence. That's the thing. We got to have confidence out of this. We got to come out of this game as a team and as a fan base more confident than what we had coming out of Charlotte, when everybody was like, yeah, but we just scored 20 points.
Yeah.
I think we can score more than 20 points. We can. It's there. It's opening the playbook. It's getting the tight ends involved. Another thing, I think, comment there. I think people said that the other week after last week's games, getting the tight ends involved a little more.
Yeah.
They've only caught one pass for 2 yards, and that was a touchdown Max threw to Jake.
I mean, Freddie was a tight ends coach at one point, right?
Yeah, last 2 years.
Okay, all right.
I will say
and come at it with no injuries. We can't have it.
Yeah,
we
right.
cannot have any more injuries. We cannot. And you can't help that. I mean, we can't help that. We just gotta have to pray to the good Lord that we come out of this without any more injuries as well. So let's just build. Basically, it's got to be a building block for the rest of the season. This is a springboard.
Absolutely, 100%. Alan, you got any more last thoughts, and then we'll get out of here?
Oh no, just on the tight ends. I mean, the tight ends. It's not the tight end room that we're used to. They're struggling. They're struggling in the open field trying to block for these screen passes. They're struggling in the run block. So I mean, you kind of got what you got. Hopefully, the guy from Dayton Sneed's brother comes in next year and can just be that one tight end that can kind of do it all. Yeah. And Gio read the field. No, I don't.
I don't really know.
I don't have the all 22. I wish I did. That'd be. I would love to see the all 22 to be able to slow it down and see if Gio's actually reading the field, or is it just one progression, get the ball out or run? I'm not. But that's typically what he did at Alabama. He either hit that one guy, maybe the second guy, and if not, he was out of there.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see what he continues to do. But man, this has been fun. This is our first Tar Heel Game Day right here, live inside of Chapel Hill. Jeff hosting us, man. Appreciate you, dude, for allowing this to happen, man.
I hate I didn't make the trip now.
All right, now. Next time.
That's it. That's exactly right, man. We're looking forward to seeing what happens next, and this is going to be an interesting game today. I'm looking forward to getting in there. Hadn't been in Kenan Stadium in a while, and I got that itch, dude. I love it. I love being in that place. You think we're going to end up having a pretty good crowd today? They said it sold out.
Well, I mean, they were all sold out, right? But it's just a matter of people show up or
right.
Here you go. Hold on a second.
I can't get going on.
I saw a lot of tickets up for sale on Vivid Seats, pretty cheap.
Start me on the fan. Don't start me on fan base. And I get it. I mean,
I'm with you.
There's a lot of tickets for sale, guys.
I mean, people have thought over the years, well, put a product on the field and, then I'll come. Well, support the team.
I mean, I'm seeing Blue Zone tickets for $100.
Cart before the horse or whatever you want. I mean, people can do what they want to do. And I said it the other day. I mean, I've quit trying to tell people how to fan and do I'm going to do what I do.
Right.
And you can like it or not like it. You can like my positivity or not like it. You can say what you want to say. I mean, I want to win, and I'm disappointed when we lose, but, I'm going to be there.
Tom says him and his 5 will be there. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Let's go, Tom.
Bring a starting 5 with you, baby. But
6 people in the seats.
That's it. That's how we do it. We're going to get out of here, though. Thank you, guys.
$32 tickets in your section.
Absolutely, dude. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us throughout this hour-long game day show. We'll have Jeff back on again very, very soon, man. You're getting.
Y'all want to do it here? We can. If y'all want to start, we can do it here. If y'all want to do it here, week in, week out. We can figure it out.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, it's a deal.
You got a spot.
Yeah,
spots here.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Spots here. What's cool with it? There's a hummingbird flying by there.
Yeah, dude. I haven't saw a hummingbird in years, actually. There we go. See, this is fate, brother. This is what I'm talking about, man. We got the TV setting up. We got Frats over here. Sonny McCone. Oh, there's Ron's wife. Oh, Sonny, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about this North Carolina Richmond game. Give me your score predictions. Put it down there. And, man, we're looking forward to this game. Alan, I appreciate you hopping up and getting up early for us this morning. And
no problem. Anything to do, anything for the team. Yeah, I'll see it. You find me like 3 tickets to the Clemson game. I'll be there.
I bet you that'll be a night game too.
I could swing you at 1 or 2. I don't know about 3. But anyway,
Well, you know,
I
can
might
find
actually might be able
babysitters.
to swing you 3. Actually, I don't know.
Well, if you
talk
can
to me
swing
about
3,
that. Talk to me about that. I might be able to do that.
Sweet.
I might know.
You swing me 3, and I'll figure out a way to come hang out with you. And I'll bring
There we
bring
go.
the beef jerky too.
He'll bring the beef.
I haven't even opened the bag yet, but it's in the truck.
There you go.
Oh man. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for being here. Be sure and tune in at 3:30 ACC Network to watch North Carolina take on the Richmond Spiders, and let's see how our team does. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for being here, and as always, go Heels.
Go Heels.